night we drove through Pennsylvania. The moon was soft and low, with the hills beyond the highway and the old songs playing slow. There was coffee in the dashboard, there were stars beyond the rain, and your hand was like a promise through the miles of quiet plains. We had no golden fortune, no map for where to be, just two hearts and a highway, and a dream that made us free. Take me back through Pennsylvania, where the old songs fill the night, where your laughter touched the darkness like a candle burning bright. Take me back through Pennsylvania, where the golden memories shine. Every road we drove together still leads your heart to mine. There were farm lights in the distance, there were churches by the road, there were prayers beneath the silence only loving hearts could know. You were smiling by the window, I was singing soft and wrong, and the whole world felt much kinder in the shelter of that song. Now the years have crossed the highways and the map has turned to gray, but every time the music rises, I am driving back that way. Take me back through Pennsylvania, where the old songs fill the night, where your laughter touched the darkness like a candle burning bright. Take me back through Pennsylvania, where the golden memories shine. Every road we drove together still leads your heart to mine. Give one highway and one more moonlit sky, I would hold that moment longer and never say goodbye. For love is like a country song, it bends but never ends. It carries every prayer we made and brings us home again. Take me back through Pennsylvania, where the old songs fill the night, where your laughter touched the darkness like a candle burning bright. Take me back through Pennsylvania, was leading me to you. Ooh, Pennsylvania night, ooh, soft and bright, ooh, every melody brings your love back home to me. So when the old songs find me and the hillside stars align, I'll meet you in Pennsylvania, where your heart first held mine.
Acoustic guitar opens with a warm front porch picking pattern. Mandoliniers with a gentle bluegrass roll. Fiddle answers like evening wind over a dusty road. Upright bass comes in soft and steady. Light drums build naturally before vocal. There's a candle in the general store by the window facing west, where the tired hands of working folks come lay their burdens down to rest. Mabel Ann ran the general store with flour sacks stacked by the wooden door. She knew who needed coffee, who needed bread, and who just needed kind words said. Her husband built the counter out of pine back when hope was young and love was time. But he went home one harvest night and left her with the shelves and the porch light. She never called herself a saint. She had bills to pay and walls to paint. But every morning before the sign said open, she prayed for every heart half broken. There was a candle in the general store, burning when the rain would pour, like a little flame of heaven's grace in an ordinary place. When the road got long and souls felt poor, God kept shining mercy through the candle in the general store. One November when the mill shut down, hard times walked through that little town. Men stood quiet by the railroad line with empty lunch pails and worried eyes. Mabel wrote names in a ledger book, not for debt, but so the Lord could look. She said, take what you need and pay when you can. The Savior still provides through willing hands. Some folks cried by the apple crate, ashamed to ask, afraid too late. But Mabel smiled and softly said, grace don't charge for daily bread. There was a candle in the general store, burning when the rain would pour, like a little flame of heaven's grace in an ordinary place. When the road got long and souls felt poor, God kept shining mercy through the candle in the general store. A young girl named Rosie came in one night with a bruised up heart and a face gone white. Her daddy drank his sorrow mead, and her mama had left back in Tennessee. Mabel locked the door and pulled a chair, brushed the dust from Rosie's hair, then wrapped her in an old quilt blue and whispered, "Child, the Lord sees you." No thunder rolled, no angels came, just one small room and a holy name. But something broke in Rosie's fear when love sat down and drew her near. Some churches have a steeple tall, some have canned goods on the wall, some altars shine with polished stone, some are counters where kindness is shown. Every loaf, every prayer, every coat placed on a chair can be a sermon, can be a song, can tell the weak they still belong. There was a candle in the general store, burning when the rain would pour, like a little flame of heaven's grace in an ordinary place. When the road got long and souls felt poor, God kept shining mercy through the candle in the general store. There was a candle in the general store, still glowing after Mabel walked through heaven's door. For every life her kindness changed, kept passing on that holy flame. And the God who sees the small things we ignore lit a town with mercy through the candle in the general store. By the window, past the rain, love kept burning in Jesus' name. Ooh. God kept shining mercy through the candle in the general store. Dust on the gate and a sky full of harm, but somewhere beyond what the eye could see, grace was moving through the wheat. Annie Mae was barely 23, with her daddy's land and her mama's dream. The banknote waited by the kitchen door, and rain hadn't fallen in a month or more. She walked the rows in her worn-out shoes, counting every acre she could lose. The scarecrow leaned like an old church cross, watching over everything she'd almost lost. She never asked for silver or gold, for the siege to hold. And when the wind blew hard across the plain, she whispered Jesus' name like rain. When the wheat fields prayed, they bowed beneath the sun. Every golden head was reaching for the Holy One. When the night grew long and hope began to fade, heaven bent down low when the wheat fields prayed. Ooh. came home from the war, quiet as the hinges on the old screen door. He carried shadows no one else could see, and sat for hours beneath the cedar tree. And he left supper by his bedroom light, prayed through the floorboards late at night. She knew some wounds don't show their scars, but God still counts the broken hearts. One evening Joe stood by the field, hands shaking on the wagon wheel. He said, I don't know if I can stay. She said, then let us kneel and pray. When the wheat fields prayed, they bowed beneath the sun. Every golden head was reaching for the Holy One. When the night grew long and hope began to fade, heaven bent down low. When the wheat fields prayed, clouds rolled in on a Sunday noon, like mercy wearing shades of blue. The first drop hit the window pane, and Annie laughed through thankful pain. Joe stepped out in the pouring rain, let it wash across his face. For the first time since he made it home, he didn't feel so all alone. The church bell rang, though no one pulled the rope, or maybe it was just the sound of hope. But all across that thirsty land, faith rose up like an open hand. Some prayers sound like thunder, some sound like tears, some take root in silence through the hardest years. Some are spoken softly where nobody knows, but the Father hears the field before the harvest grows. So let the valley tremble, let the dry wind blow. There is living water where His mercy flows. When the wheat fields prayed, they bowed beneath the sun. Every golden head was reaching for the Holy One. When the night grew long and hope began to fade, heaven bent down low. When the wheat fields prayed, when the wheat fields prayed, the dry ground came alive. Broken roots found water, weary souls survived. And the God who sees every seed beneath the clay was already sending rain. When the wheat fields prayed, the harvest came, the river rose, and grace grew high in golden rows. When the wheat fields prayed, when the wheat fields prayed.
The old candle by the Bible still glows inside my mind, on a little wooden table where the evening used to shine. Mama read the verses softly, Daddy whispered amen, and the room was full of mercy, like the Lord had entered in. Time may fade the pages and the wax may melt away, but every prayer once spoken there still helps me find my way. The old candle by the Bible still lights the road for me, like a hymn beneath the moonlight, like a song of memory. The old candle by the Bible still warms my weary soul. Every flame a golden story, every prayer that made me whole. There was rain upon the rooftop, there was coffee in the air, there were hands that held together in a quiet family prayer. Grandma hummed a Sunday chorus with her eyes turned toward the light, and I learned that faith could find us in the middle of the night. Now the house is only memory, and the old rooms feel so far, but that candle keeps on shining like a gentle morning star. The old candle by the Bible still lights the road for me, like a hymn beneath the moonlight, like a song of memory. The old candle by the Bible still warms my weary soul. Every flame a golden story, every prayer that made me whole. Ooh, let the candle shine, ooh, through this heart of mine. Ooh, every melody brings that old faith back to me. Heaven keeps a table where the faithful candles glow. I believe the ones who loved us still are praying soft and slow. And every tear they carried, every road they helped me through, still burns inside that little flame, so tender and so true. The old candle by the Bible still lights the road for me, like a hymn beneath the moonlight, like a song of memory. The old candle by the Bible still warms my weary soul. Every flame a golden story, every prayer that made me whole. The old candle by the Bible still reminds me I am held by the love that raised my spirit when my younger heart once fell. When the night grows quiet and the old songs softly rise, I follow that candle gently to the love that never dies.
Where the dust road bends by the cotton field, and the sunset shines on a wagon wheel. There's a screen doorbell with a tender ring, and a little store that taught the town to sing. Delilah May ran Jubilee store, with flour sacks stacked by the wooden door, a coffee tin, a checkerboard square, and a rocking chair for anyone there. She sold brown sugar, thread and beads, lantern oil and garden seeds. But on the counter by the Bible worn sat a penny jar from a time before. It had no lock and it had no name, just a paper tag with a faded frame. Take what you need, leave what you can, the Lord still works through an open hand. Delilah said a penny small can answer when the proud may fall, and what looks little in our eyes may be enough for heaven to multiply. There was grace in the penny jar at Jubilee store, for the weary hands that couldn't carry more. Copper coins and folded prayers, hope left quietly sitting there, not rich in silver, not dressed in gold, but warm as mercy. When the nights turned cold, when the road ran empty, when the cupboards were poor, God kept giving through the penny jar at Jubilee store. One dry summer when the creek went thin and the county fields were tired again, a young girl came from the railroad side with a bruised up heart she tried to hide. Her name was Millie from the Mill Road Bend, with no safe place and no steady friend. She bought one apple and a loaf of bread, counting coins with her eyes down red. Delilah saw her trembling hands, saw shame stand close like a shadowed man. She pushed the jar across the pine, said, "Child, mercy, don't count every dime." Millie whispered, "I can't pay this back, I'm already walking a broken track." Delilah smiled through the afternoon, grace don't wait till the debt is through. The screen door sang in the summer heat, dust rose soft around Millie's feet, and something in that simple place felt like the Father making space. There was grace in the penny jar at Jubilee store, for the weary hands that couldn't carry more. Copper coins and folded prayers, hope left quietly sitting there, not rich in silver, not dressed in gold, but warm as mercy. When the nights turned cold, when the road ran empty, when the cupboards were poor, God kept giving through the penny jar at Jubilee store. Weeks went by and the rain cloud stayed far beyond the hills where the bluegrass swayed. Millie came back at the edge of night, holding something wrapped up tight. She had taken more than bread that day, a silver brooch from the counter tray. Her hunger had spoken louder than truth, and guilt had followed her all the way through. She laid it down by the penny jar, said, "I don't know how I drifted this far. I thought if I carried one pretty thing, maybe I'd remember I was worth something." Delilah never raised her voice, never made shame out of Millie's choice. She took the brooch and held her hand, said, "Child, worth ain't something you steal or earn." Sometimes forgiveness starts in a store with rain-wet eyes by a wooden floor. Sometimes the Lord will turn a wrong into the first line of the healing song. A copper coin, a borrowed grace, a trembling soul in a humble place, a woman's kindness, a daughter's tears, a savior walking through wasted years. And every heart that comes undone can still be gathered by the Holy One. Drawer below, pulled out a ribbon from long ago, pinned that brooch on Millie's coat, then slipped 2 pennies in her palm to hold. She said, "One is for the road behind, one is for the peace you're gonna find. And when you think the Lord is through, let these 2 coins remind you." By autumn, Millie swept the floor, stocked the jars at Jubilee store, learned to smile when the church bells rang, and joined the women when the choir sang. The penny jar grew day by day with garden nickels and notes that prayed. Some left sorrow, some left thanks, some left hope from their riverbanks. There was grace in the penny jar at the Jubilee store for the weary hands that couldn't carry more. Copper coins and folded prayers, hope left quietly sitting there, not rich in silver, not dressed in gold, but warm as mercy when the nights turned cold. Now Millie keeps the counter bright and leaves the porch lamp on at night for every traveler, worn and poor, who finds their way to Jubilee store. Didn't know the words at first, just a feeling deep inside, like a whisper in the dark that I couldn't quite define. Every step I tried to take felt uncertain, felt unsure, but something in the quiet space was telling me to move once more. Speaking out loud, didn't even bow my head, but in every silent thought there were things I never said. Every tear I tried to hide, every moment I withdrew, was a language of its own that was reaching out to you. Didn't call it faith back then, didn't know what it could be, but somehow in the brokenness, something stronger carried me. roads that led me here, all the silence, all the pain, now begin to feel so clear. Every breath I couldn't hold, every night I couldn't sleep, every question without words was a prayer from deep in me. And I know it now at last, I was never truly alone, even when I couldn't speak. You had heard me all
The old prayer bench still stands beside the wall where Mama laid her burdens down when the evening shadows called. There were tears upon the carpet, there was mercy in the air, and I learned the sound of heaven in her quiet little prayer. Time may change the chapel and the years may dim the light, but every prayer once spoken still is shining through the night. The old prayer bench still brings the old days near, like a hymn beside the window, like a voice I used to hear. The old prayer bench still holds the love we knew. Every whisper, every teardrop still helps my heart make it through. And Harry knelt there every Sunday with his worn and faithful hands, praying strength for all his children and a blessing on the land. Grandma sang a little softly when the morning light came in, and the whole room felt much warmer, like grace had entered in. Now the pews are standing quiet and the bell sounds far away, but when the old songs find me, I still know the words to pray. The old prayer bench still brings the old days near, like a hymn beside the window, like a voice I used to hear. The old prayer bench still holds the love we knew. Every whisper, every teardrop still helps my heart make it through. Let the old prayers rise every melody brings that old faith back to me. Heaven keeps a doorway where the faithful voices blend. I know the ones who love me are praying there again. And every road I travel, every storm I have to face, still feels a little lighter when I remember that place. The old prayer bench still brings the old days near, like a hymn beside the window, like a voice I used to hear. The old prayer bench still holds the love we knew. Every whisper, every teardrop still helps my heart make it through. The old prayer bench still reminds me I am held by the hands that prayed above me when my younger spirit fell. Let the old prayers rise beneath those golden skies. Every melody gives that old faith back to me. So when the night grows heavy and the road feels hard to climb, I kneel inside the memory of that old prayer bench in time. Banjo rolls softly underneath, fiddle enters with a lonely dawn melody. A bright bass comes in warm and slow, light drums build gently before vocal. Before the sun touched the water tower, before the fields turned gold, a train whistle cried through the valley like a prayer from long ago. Nora Jean worked the diner by the tracks, pouring black coffee while the world rolled past. She knew every farmer, drifter, and child, every tired face that stayed a while. Her daddy drove freight for 30 years through mountain fog and midnight fears. He'd say, "Child, when the rails look long, let the Lord keep your heart in song." But time laid silence on his chair, left his old cap hanging there. And every morning before daybreak came, Nora whispered Jesus' name. When the train whistle cried at dawn, it sounded like mercy moving on through the valley past the pain, calling hope by another name. When the night was heavy and the road felt long, she heard heaven singing in the train whistle at dawn. One rainy Tuesday near the county line, a young girl walked in with frightened eyes, a baby wrapped in a faded blue shawl, and no one waiting for her at all. Nora set a plate beside her hand, said, "You don't have to explain where you've been." The girl just cried and shook her head, "I don't know how to go home again." Nora pulled her daddy's Bible down from a shelf where the old hymnals brown, said, "Grace don't ask how far you've gone, it only asks you to come back home." When the train whistle cried at dawn, it sounded like mercy moving on through the valley past the plain, calling hope by another name. When the night
heavy and the road felt long, she heard heaven singing in the train whistle at dawn. Weeks turned warm and the girl stayed near, washing dishes through her quiet tears. The baby laughed by the window light while trains rolled west through the fading night. And one morning with the sky still gray, a letter came from 2 towns away. Her mama wrote, "Child, come home to me. There's still a place beneath the family tree." Nora watched her pack that old cloth bag, tucked a biscuit in a paper sack, then prayed beside the station sign, "Lord, keep her heart close to thine." Some tracks lead out, some tracks lead in, some carry sorrow, some carry grace again. Some prayers ride still through fog and rain, till love arrives at the end of pain. And even when the morning hides behind the clouds we cannot climb, the Father sees a road ahead and sends His light where fear has spread. When the train whistle cried at dawn, it sounded like mercy moving on through the valley past the pain, calling hope by another name. When the night was heavy and the road felt long, she heard heaven singing in the train whistle at dawn. When the train whistle cried at dawn, broken hearts kept traveling on, past regret, past goodbye, toward the grace that never dies. And the God who guides every soul withdrawn still calls His children home through the train whistle at dawn. Past the fields, past the rain, mercy rolls like a southbound train. She heard heaven singing in the train whistle at dawn.
Out by Revival Grove where the pine trees stand and the red dust road meets the river sand, there's an old oak shade where the church folks came, and a little girl learned God knew her name. Lily May lived by the soybean field in a clapboard house with a patched up sill. Her mama worked nights at the laundry line, and her grandma prayed by the morning vine. They didn't have silk, didn't have lace, didn't have much but a table of grace. But Grandma Ruth had a needle and thread and a song about Jesus beside her bed. When the summer revival came rolling through with folding chairs and a Sunday night came with a lantern moon, cicadas singing an old-time tune, families gathered by the pasture fence with hand fans moving in the humid wind. Lily walked in with her eyes turned low, barefoot dust between every toe. That flour sack dress had a faded blue line, but grandma's stitches made it look just fine. Some girls laughed by the lemonade stand, pointed soft with their church-gloved hands. Lily's cheeks went red as clay, and she almost turned to run away. But Miss Clara from the choir row took her hand and wouldn't let go, said, "Come sit here where the light comes through. There's room beside me made just for you." No trumpet sounded, no thunder rolled, just kinda stronger than silver or gold. And in that moment, beneath the trees, a wounded child started learning peace. There was glory in a flower sack dress, stitched from the little that heaven blessed. Not made for praise, not made for show, but bright as mercy in the evening glow. When the world looked down, when shame pressed close, God saw a daughter the Father chose. And every heart at Revival Grove learned grace can bloom where the wildflowers grow. The preacher spoke of a widow's mite, of lamps kept burning through the night, of lilies dressed by the Father's care, and sparrows seen in the open air. Lily listened with her small hands still, while the fiddle played from the chapel hill. And every word in that summer breeze felt like rain on thirsty leaves. Then the choir rose in gentle sound, women's voices all around, and Miss Clara nodded to Lily May like heaven had opened up the way. Lily stood with a trembling chin, let one soft chorus rise within, and by the time the song was done, half the grove was crying in the setting sun. Sometimes the Lord takes what we hide and turns it into holy light. Sometimes the thing we're ashamed to bring becomes the cloth for angel wings. A flour sack, a grandma's prayer, a barefoot child in country air, a folded seam, a humble thread, a living hope where fear once said, "You are too poor, you are too small." But Jesus whispered, "I see it all." Years rolled on like a river bend. Lily grew tall and left, then came again, with a teacher's heart and a gentle smile, and a box of dresses in her truck bed pile. Every summer when revival came, she'd hang the meat on a cedar frame for any child with a worried face who needed clothing and a little grace. One old dress stayed behind the door, faded blue from the years it wore. The flour sack seams were thin and pale, but still held love like a country veil. And Lily said when the young ones cried, "Don't let this world steal your holy pride. The Lord can take what looks like less and crown it with His tenderness." There was glory in a flour sack dress, stitched from the little that heaven blessed. Not made for praise, not made for show, but bright as mercy in the evening glow. When the world looked down, when
The old clock on the wall still ticks inside my mind, counting all the golden moments that we left somewhere behind. There was supper on the table, there was rain upon the glass, there were voices in the hallway from a world that moved too fast. Time may change the faces and the rooms we used to know, but love still keeps its rhythm where the old memories glow. The old clock on the wall still brings the old days near, like a song beside the window, like a voice I used to hear. The old clock on the wall still counts the years with grace. Every tick becomes a doorway to a warm and gentle place. Mama folded all the laundry, Daddy read the evening news, Grandma hummed a Sunday hymn in her worn-out Sunday shoes. There were prayers before the morning, there were dreams beneath the moon, and I never knew those simple days would leave us all too soon. Now the house is standing quiet and the shadows softly fall, but I still hear our family in that old clock on the wall. The old clock on the wall still brings the old days near, like a song beside the window, like a voice I used to hear. The old clock on the wall still counts the years with grace. Every tick becomes a doorway to a warm and gentle place. Ooh, the time goes by. Ooh, beneath the evening sky. Ooh, every melody brings my family back to me. If I could stop one evening before it slipped away, I would hold the little moments that became my heart today. For love is not forgotten when the years begin to call. It keeps on ticking softly like the old clock on the wall. The old clock on the wall still brings the old days near, like a song beside the window, like a voice I used to hear. The old clock on the wall still counts the years with grace. Every tick becomes a doorway to a warm and gentle place. The old clock on the wall still reminds this heart of mine that love can live forever past the hands of passing time. Ooh, the time goes by. Ooh, beneath the evening sky. Ooh, every melody brings my family back to me. Then the evening settles and the old songs softly call. I listen for the heartbeat of the old clock on the wall. The day we drove through Tennessee, the morning sky was white, with the mountains in the distance and your hand close to mine. There were old songs on the radio, there was coffee in a cup, and every mile of open road felt like it was lifting us. We had dreams beyond the windshield, we had faith beyond the rain, and every golden highway seemed to softly say your name. Take me back to Tennessee, where the warm winds used to be, where the old songs filled the dashboard, and your love was next to me. Take me back to Tennessee, where the golden memories shine. Every road we drove together still leads your heart to mine. There were churches by the roadside, there were fields of summer green, there were little towns at sunset, like a picture from a dream. You were laughing at my stories, I was singing out of key, and I never felt more lucky than that day in Tennessee. Now the years across the mountains and the map has turned to gray, but every time the music plays, I'm back there on that day. Take me back to Tennessee, where the warm winds used to be, where the old songs filled the dashboard, and your love was next to me. Take me back to Tennessee, where the golden memories shine. Every road we drove together still leads your heart to mine. Ooh, Tennessee, ooh, you still calling me. Ooh, every melody brings your love back home to me. If time would give one highway and one sunset painted blue, I would drive it all more slowly just to spend more time with you. For love is like a country road, it bends but never ends. It carries every prayer we made and brings us home again. Take me back to Tennessee, where the warm winds used to be, where the old songs filled the dashboard and your love was next to me. Take me back to Tennessee, where the golden memories shine. Every road we drove together still leads your heart to mine. Take me back to Tennessee, where our simple dreams were true, where every mile beneath the sun was leading me to you. Ooh, Tennessee, ooh, you still calling me. Ooh, every melody brings your love back home to me. So when the old songs find me and the evening turns to rain, I'll meet you on that golden road the day through Tennessee. The old hymn beneath the pines still echoes through the trees, where the Sunday morning sunlight fell like gold upon the leaves. Mama sang it softly with her Bible in her hand. Daddy stood there quiet, like a faithful gentleman. Time may change the hillside, and the old path may be gone, but every breeze through those pines still carries that sweet song. The old hymn beneath the pines still brings the old days near, like a prayer across the morning, like a voice I used to hear. The old hymn beneath the pines still lifts my weary soul. Every note a golden memory, every line that makes me whole. There were children chasing sunlight, there were flowers by the lane, there were hands that held together through the sunshine and the rain. Grandma hummed the harmony with a tear she tried to hide, and I learned that grace could find me
with the Lord close by my side. Now the years have crossed the valley, and the road has changed its view. But when the old songs find me, I am standing there with you. The old hymn beneath the pines still brings the old days near, like a prayer across the morning, like a voice I used to hear. The old hymn beneath the pines still lifts my weary soul. Every note a golden memory, every line that makes me whole. Pines sway, ooh, like yesterday. Ooh, every melody brings that old faith back to me. If I could walk that hillside one more morning in the light, I would thank the Lord for every song that held me through the night. For love is in the stillness, in the roots beneath the ground. Every prayer we sang back then still rises in the song. The old hymn beneath the pines still brings the old days near, like a prayer across the morning, like a voice I used to hear. The old hymn beneath the pines still lifts my weary soul. Every note a golden memory, every line that makes me whole. Old hymn beneath the pines still reminds me I am blessed by the hands that prayed above me, and the love that gave me rest. Ooh, let the old pines sway, yesterday. Ooh, every melody brings that old faith back to me. So when the morning rises and the old songs softly shine, find my way back home again to the hymn beneath the pines.
choice I thought was mine was a thread within your line. Even when I couldn't tell, you were riding every step. I was chasing something far, looking past where you already are. Every answer that I tried left me empty deep inside. Then I heard it in the quiet, something I could not deny. You were there from the start, writing truth inside my heart. Every step, every breath, you were guiding all I left. Looking back, I see it clear. Every doubt, every fear wasn't wasted, wasn't lost. You were there through every cost. All the times I turned away, still you chose for me to stay. Every road I thought was wrong led me where I now belong. Every moment, every place was a part of hidden grace. You were there from the start, writing truth inside my heart. Through the night, through the fall, you were with me through it all. You were there every day, even when I lost my way. Now I see what you've done. You were there from the start. From the first step to forever, you have left my side, no, never. Every page, every line was held safely in your time. You were there from the start, writing truth inside my heart. Through the night, through the fall, you were with me through it all. You were there every day, even when I lost my way. Now I stand and I say, you have never gone away. From the first step to forever, you were there from the start. Out past Hallelujah Hollow, where the red clay road runs still, there's a hand pump by the cedar trees at the foot of Shepherd's Hill. And hanging from a rusty nail, where the morning shadows fell, was a little dented drinking cup, the tin cup at Gracewell. Elsie may live by the pasture fence, with a garden full of peppermint, a screen door song and a flower-dusted chair, and a habit of beginning every day in prayer. Her daddy dug that well by hand, back when cotton ruled the bottom land. He carved one verse on a cedar rail: living water never fails. Folks would stop when the sun was high, wipe the road dust from their eyes, drink cold water from that battered cup, then leave a little lighter than they showed up. Elsie said the Lord can use a common thing, a nail, a cut, a broken string. What looks too simple for heaven to bless can still pour grace on wilderness. There was hope in the tin cup, had grace well for every thirsty heart with a story it couldn't tell. Not silver, not shining, not polished for the town, just a humble little vessel where God's love came down. When the road turned dusty, when the spirit felt dry, there was still living water underneath that country sky. There was hope in the tin cup at Grace Well. One late summer when the creek ran low and the corn stood tired in uneven rows, a stranger came walking from the county line with a coat on his shoulder and a troubled mind. He kept his eyes on the gravel ground like he feared old names in a small town crowd. His hands were rough, his face was worn like a field left standing after hail and storm. Elsie saw him by the cedar shade where the pump handle cried and the shadows played. He reached for the cup but stopped halfway like shame had taught his hand to stay. She stepped outside with her apron tied, said, "Water's free, come rest a while. No one earns what the Father gives. Take and drink so your soul can live." He said, "Man, you don't know where I've been. All the bridges burned by my foolish sin." She said, "Child, grace is deeper still than any valley beneath this hill." There was hope in the tin cup at Grace Well for every thirsty heart with a story it couldn't tell. Not silver, not shining, not polished for the town, just a humble little vessel where God's love came down. When the road turned dusty, when the spirit felt dry, there was still living water underneath that country sky. There was hope in the tin cup at Grace Well. His name was Thomas from the ridge out west, running from a debt in his own chest. He'd left a daughter and a wife in tears and carried silence 7 bitter years. Elsie didn't ask him to explain, didn't dress her sorrow up in blame. She brought him bread and a place to sit, then prayed so soft that the room grew still. By evening light he pulled a photograph, 2 little girls by a broken path. One had eyes like the morning blue and a ribbon tied in her Sunday shoes. He said, "I wrote but never sent a line. I thought forgiveness had missed its time." Elsie pointed where the well rope hung and said, "The Lord ain't finished with anyone. Sometimes redemption starts with water. Sometimes it starts with bread. Sometimes it starts when someone hears the words we never said. Sometimes the way back home is not a highway wide, but a dusty road, a trembling soul and mercy walking beside. A tin cup swinging, a cedar rail, a tired hand that thought it failed. But Jesus meets the dry and worn and makes a well where hope is born. go home by grace, not by what you've seen. Weeks went by and the autumn came. Maple leaves burned like altar flame. Elsie kept the cup on the rusty nail and prayed by the well when the daylight paled. Then one Sunday after church bells rang, a wagon rolled down a narrow lane. Tom stepped out with tears in his eyes, and a woman beside him trying not to cry. Two little girls ran through the grass, past a cedar rail in the garden path. They drank from the cup and laughed out loud, like heaven had opened above that ground. There was hope in the tin cup at Gracewell, for every thirsty heart with a story it couldn't tell.
The old well by the willow still stands behind the house, where the summer birds were singing and the world was soft and quiet. There were buckets by the garden, there was sunlight on the stone. There were voices in the distance calling every child back home. Time may dry the pathway and the leaves may drift away, but love still draws the water from the wells of yesterday. The old well by the willow still brings the old days near, like a song across the meadow, like a voice I long to hear. The old well by the willow still shines through memory, and every golden moment there comes flowing back to me. Mama washed the morning dishes, Daddy worked beneath the sun. Grandma hummed a Sunday hymn when the evening chores were done. There were peaches on the table, there was laughter after rain, and I never knew those simple days would be hard to find again. Now the house is only memory, and the fields have changed their name. But when the old songs find me, I can hear that well again. The old well by the willow still brings the old days near, like a song across the meadow, like a voice I long to hear. The old well by the willow still shines through memory, and every golden moment there comes flowing back to me. Ooh, let the waters flow. Ooh, where the old winds blow. My old home back to me. If I could stand there one more time beneath that willow tree, I would thank the Lord for every hand that carried love to me. For home is not a place we lose when the years begin to roam. It lives inside the old songs and keeps calling our hearts home. The old well by the willow still brings the old days near, like a song across the meadow, like a voice I long to hear. The old well by the willow still shines through memory, and every golden moment there comes flowing back to me. The old well by the willow still reminds me I am blessed by the simple kind of loving that gave my weary heart its rest. Ooh, let the waters flow. Ooh, where the old winds blow. Ooh, every melody brings my old home back to me. So when the evening settles and the old songs softly glow, I'll meet my heart beside the willow where the gentle waters flow.